Okay, so what could a super secretive hedge fund, one that basically prints money, possibly have in common with you, just trying to pick a movie on a Friday night? I mean, on the surface, absolutely nothing, right? But believe it or not, if you dig just a little deeper, you'll find they're running the exact same playbook. It's this data-driven blueprint that, well, it's quietly reshaping our entire world.
All right, first, let's talk about that money machine. Take a look at this number, 71.8%. That's not a one-time thing. That was the average annual return of Renaissance Technologies' Medallion Fund for 20 years, from 1994 to 2014. I mean, that is an absolutely staggering, almost unbelievable figure. It's the kind of number that has left Wall Street totally baffled for decades. Yeah, it's widely considered the most successful hedge fund in history, period.
So how in the world do they do it? What's the secret sauce? Well, here's the crazy part. The key to understanding this financial black box, it isn't buried in some dense market report. Nope, it's actually hidden in plain sight. It's sitting right inside your TV. Because the logic that powers this insane fund is the very same logic that recommends your next favorite show. Okay, so to really get what I'm talking about, we have to do something first. We need to stop thinking of Netflix as just, an entertainment company. We need to see it for what it really is, a seriously powerful, data-driven prediction engine. And look, their obsession with prediction, it's nothing new. I mean, way back in 2006, they launched something called the Netflix Prize. They put up $1 million for anyone who could make their recommendation algorithm just 10% better. And this wasn't just some PR stunt. Oh no. This was them planting a flag and declaring to the world that for them, data was king. And the amount of data they gather on you is, well, it's just astounding. They don't just know what you watch, they know when you pause, what scenes you rewind, the exact time of day you watch, even the stuff you scroll past but decide not to click on. Think about that. Every single click, every pause, every scroll, it's all a piece of a giant puzzle about you. You are, in a very real way, directing your own future content without even realizing it.
So all that data gets fed into this really simple but incredibly powerful three-step process. Okay, so step one, they suck in all that viewer data. Step two, their algorithms just churn through it, looking for patterns. They group millions of us into thousands of these super specific taste clusters. And then step three, they use those clusters to predict what you'll want to watch next, and maybe more importantly, to decide which new shows to actually make.
You want a perfect example? House of Cards. They didn't just cross their fingers and hope it would be a hit. No way. Their data showed this huge taste cluster of people who all had three things in common. They loved movies directed by David Fincher. They were big Kevin Spacey fans, and they'd watched the original British version of the show. So from Netflix, it wasn't a gamble. It was pretty much a data-driven certainty.
Okay, so just hold that thought about Netflix's prediction engine for a second. Now we're going to pivot, we're going to switch gears and dive into the much, much more secretive world of Renaissance technologies. Let's see how they use this exact same logic to basically decode the DNA of the market itself.
See, Renaissance is what's known as a quantitative fund, or a quant fund for short. So forget the image of traders shouting on the phone, going with their gut. That's not them. Instead, they hire mathematicians, physicists, computer scientists, people who build these incredibly complex algorithms to find and exploit tiny patterns in the market. It's basically finance meets rocket science.
And just like Netflix, their whole engine runs on data. But their data set, well, it's the entire world. They aren't just looking at stock prices. Come on, they are feeding their models everything you can imagine. Historical weather patterns, economic news releases, commodity prices, global shipping data, currency fluctuations, literally anything that could possibly contain even the faintest hidden signal about what might happen next.
And take a look at this. Does this process seem a little familiar? Step one, ingest massive amounts of global market data. Step two, use algorithms to find these faint, non-obvious predictive signals. Step three, predict tiny little price movements and then automatically execute millions of trades based on those predictions. It's the same blueprint. It's exactly the same. And this right here, this is the crucial point. Renaissance isn't trying to hit home runs. They're not trying to predict the next big market crash or find the next Apple. Their entire strategy is built on being right just a little more often than they're wrong. We're talking like 51% of the time. But, and this is the key, they do it across millions upon millions of tiny automated trades every single day. That tiny, tiny edge, when you compound it, that's what creates those jaw-dropping returns. So this is where it all clicks into place. This is the heart of it all. We're talking about the synergy between these two worlds that seem so, so different. I mean, one company is finding signals in your binge-watching habits, the other is finding signals in global weather patterns. But the underlying playbook, it's identical. And when you actually lay their models side by side, the connection just becomes crystal clear. It's undeniable. Look, the input data is different, sure. User viewing habits versus global market data. But the core process, it's the same thing. Find patterns. You can call them taste clusters or you can call them market signals. It doesn't matter. The tool is an algorithm. And the end goal is a prediction, whether that's predicting a hit show or predicting a profitable trade. And that's it. That's the big aha moment. Different data, same blueprint. They're both running the exact same fundamental business model, just applying it to totally different arenas. They take a chaotic world of data, they feed it to powerful algorithms to find order, and then they make profitable predictions. It is the same predictive blueprint. Okay, so why does any of this matter? Why should you care? Because this isn't just some clever comparison between two companies. This is much bigger. This represents a fundamental shift in how business works, period. What we're witnessing here is the rise of a powerful new blueprint for success in the 21st century. Think about it. The old way of doing things was based on intuition, right? On experience. A company would look at broad demographics, make a product, and then spend a ton of money trying to convince you to buy it. This new model? It flips that completely on its head. It starts with the data. It finds these hyper-personalized patterns, and then it predicts what you want before it even creates it. We're moving from a world of make and sell to a world of predict and create. So, this predictive blueprint has already conquered Hollywood and Wall Street, two of the most powerful industries on the entire planet, which leaves us with one big final question. Which industry is next? Healthcare? Transportation? Politics? Where else is this powerful engine of prediction about to completely reshape our world?